Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell you about series program using loops. So before that, first subscribe my channel. So our first series is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on n. Here series starting from 1 and ends on n. So we have to basically use int n comma I comma sum semicolon, and we have to input number which is n. See out quotes, enter value of n and then semicolon, C in n. After inputting, you have to use sum is equal to 0 semicolon and then use for loop for I is equal to 1 semicolon I less than is equal to n, because this series ends on n, so our basic condition ends on n semicolon I plus plus. After that, curly brackets, you have to use sum is equal to sum plus I then semicolon, and here you display result. See out result is equal to, and here you get the value result sum semicolon get character double quotes return 0 semicolon. Now compile it. Compiling. So as you can see, no error occurs. Now execute this program. Enter value of n. I am entering 5. So its result is 15. Now we see it's working. So here it's working. Suppose for I is equal to 1, it means when value of I is equal to 1, then value of sum 0 and I is equal to 1, then there will be value of sum is 1. For I is equal to 2, here sum is equal to 1 and I 2, so there will be value of sum is 3. For third iteration, then value of sum is 3 and I is 3, so sum is 6. And for fourth iteration, value of sum is now 6 and I is equal to 4, so value of sum is 10. For last iteration, sum is 10 and value of I is 5, so its result is 15. So our next series is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on 100. So here you start loop from 1 and here you use condition 100. So first you have to declare I comma sum semicolon, then you have to use sum is equal to 0 semicolon, and then you have to use for loop, and here you write initialization I is equal to 1 semicolon I less than is equal to 100 semicolon, and then you have to increment I plus plus, and here you write sum is equal to sum plus I and then semicolon, and here you display its result. Result is equal to, and here you get the value of result sum semicolon get character semicolon and then return 0 semicolon. Now compile it. So basically no error occurs. Now you have to run. So its result is 50-50. So its working is similar to the previous program. And our next series is 2 plus 4 plus 6 up to so on 100. In this series, your loop basically start from 2, I is equal to 2 and ends on 100. So here you have to use int I comma sum then semicolon, and you have to use sum is equal to 0 semicolon, then you have to use for loop for then I is equal to 2. Why? Because this series starting from 2, and then you have to use semicolon and I less than is equal to 100 because this series ends on 100. So here we write condition I less than is equal to 100 semicolon, and then we have to write I is equal to I plus 2 because their increment in the series is 2. So here you write sum is equal to sum plus I semicolon, and then here you write result. Result is equal to, and here you get the value of sum semicolon, get character semicolon, return 0, return 0 semicolon. Now you have to compile it. So its compilation is done, no error occurs. Now you have to execute. So its result is 2550. So you can you can perform its working like previous programs. So our last series is 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4 up to so on n. So here you have to write int I comma sum comma sign semicolon. Why we using sign? Because in this series there are two different signs occur, minus and plus. So that's why I am declaring sign. And here you have to initialize sum is equal to 0 semicolon, sum is equal to 0 semicolon, and the value of sign is equal to 1 semicolon, and then you have to use for loop because series starting from 1, that's why I is equal to 1 semicolon, and series is ending on n, so that's why we have to input a number. So I am inputting cout, enter value of n semicolon, then cin extraction operator n semicolon, and in the loop I am giving condition I less than is equal to n semicolon, and then we have to increment I plus plus. Now in the body of the loop I am using sum is equal to sum plus I, and then you have to use static and multiply it with sign value semicolon. Now sign is equal to sign static, and you have to multiply it with minus 1 semicolon, and here you get result cout result is equal to sum, and here you get its result value, get character semicolon, and then return 0 semicolon. Now compile it. So here error occurs, so check it. So basically int n was not declared, that's why error comes, so you have to declare it, int n semicolon. Now compile it. Now error again occurs, then check it again. So now I am executing program again. So here is enter value of n, so I am enter 5, so its result is 3. Now we see it's working. So here it's working. For example, for first iteration I is equal to 1, sum is equal to 0 and I is equal to 1 and value of sine is 1. So value of sum is 1, and as you can see sine is equal to sine steric minus 1. So sine is 1 and multiplied with minus 1, so value of sine is minus 1. For second iteration, value of sum is now 1 plus I is equal to 2 multiplied with minus 1. So 1 minus 2. So there will be result minus 1. And in previous iteration, value of sine is minus 1. So here you put minus 1 and multiply it with minus 1, and value of sine is now 1. For third iteration, I is equal to 3. Sum is now minus 1 and value of I is 3 multiplied with 1. Minus 1 plus 3, which is equal to 2. And now value of sine in second iteration is 1. So here you put sine is equal to 1 and multiply it with minus 1. So here you get result minus 1. For fourth iteration, I is equal to 4. Value of sum is now 2 plus multiply it with 4 multiply minus 1. So 2 minus 4, which is minus 2. So value of sine in the previous iteration is minus 1, multiply it with minus 1. So its result is 1. And for fifth iteration, now sum is minus 2, I is 5 multiplied with 1. So minus 2 plus 5 is equal to 3. And sine for previous iteration is 1. Now you can multiply it with minus 1, and here you get result minus 1. And value of sum is 3, as we can see on console for this program. So that's it from this video. If you like my video, kindly subscribe my channel. If you want to ask any questions regarding that, so ask in comment sections. Thank you so much.